Yes, removed collections, removing charge-offs, how to remove all negative, nasty, erroneous items from your credit reports, how to remove these unverified collections and charge-offs and repossessions and bankruptcies and all this good stuff. All right. So first and foremost, I'm going to put my email address in here. Of course, I want you to be able to email me when you need to email me. Okay. Get to talking, get to answering questions here on the live stream for everyone. And sometimes when I'm answering a new question will pop up in the live chat and I'll miss it. And I don't want to miss any of your questions. I want to be able to respond to all your questions. So I put my email address in here right now. Okay, it's up there at the top. And you can email me all your questions and I will respond. Absolutely, 100% will respond to your emails. Please, please, please feel free to email me, okay? Herbert Smith, hey, Brandon, Herb here. Good to see you. Good to see you. People coming in right now. What happened to collection agency, all right? They reporting this stuff. They didn't send you any letters saying they're going to report, no dunning letter, anything like that. You can dispute with your 609 dispute letters. You can dispute with the collection validation letters. In fact, as a matter of fact, so this individual got some collections removed, right? But they had some collections that weren't reporting, okay? They had some collections that weren't reporting, all right? So got some negative, nasty, erroneous items off. Credit score came up. But what if a collection company is sending me letters, but is not reporting my credit reports yet? Okay, just the original charge off. Can I send letters to the collection companies? Do I dispute with the bureaus? What do I do here? Okay, so you can dispute with the bureaus. Obviously, you can dispute this charge off with the bureaus, get this negative, nasty, erroneous item out of there. But if the collection agency is sending you this letter, the dunning letter, saying, oh, well, you know, it's going to be 30 days. You know, if you don't respond in 30 days, we're going to assume this is yours. No, none of that nonsense, right? You can send your collection validation letter to them. Dispute, dispute, dispute. Get this out of the way. Potentially, it's possible that this could not even wind up on the credit reports, okay? So 609creditrepair.com, you can get the Beyond Committed package. It's got these collection validation letters in there for you. It's got the letters, the 609 letters to send to the bureaus. It's got the 604 letters in there to dispute the hard inquiries in that Beyond Committed package, the videos to walk you through this process. Or we can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com, okay? Now, I'm going to put in email address again as everyone is coming in. Sure, I see some questions popping up and I want to make sure I get to all the questions. But if I start answering a question, I miss you guys. Please email me. Please, please, please. Okay. Let's see. They never respond to the collection validation letters. We have a collector fails to response letter as well, okay, that you can send. You have a collector fails to validate letter, which can be sent to the credit bureaus. So collector fails to validate letter goes to the bureaus with your next round of 609 letters. And you've got a collector fails to respond letter as well in the letters for the collectors. This is fantastic. These guys are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Great. Get these negative, nasty, erroneous items deleted. Complain to the CFPB as well. You know, get these guys pressure. Put pressure on them, okay? Non-response collection validation letter. I'm pulling this up right now. Okay. So it talks about the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. I've given you 30 days to remedy the situation. Okay. It's a very reasonable amount of time, of course. That is the 30 days that they have. Okay. I received no reply from you. Okay. Under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, any violation, right? Violations are subject up to potentially $1,000 per violation. Okay. You give them this letter, you give them the chance to respond and delete this negative, nasty, erroneous item off the report, or you may have to file complaints, FTC, CFPB, right? Skillet 30, thank you very much. Skillet says, hey, Brandon, you absolutely do respond to the emails and got everything squared away. Of course, absolutely. If you need questions answered, you need help, you need to get to the other side, you can email me. You can sign up at 609creditrepair.com, theawesomelifegroup.com. We are here. We are here. No days off, okay? see here, a couple of people. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just looking at the. Round two. That's right. I had another individual who asked about round two as well. Okay. So we had an individual emailed here. Okay. This person said, hello, I had a quick question. I sent the first letters to the 3 bureaus. I got some collections deleted. All right. Already, first round, got some collections deleted. Okay. I received a reply from Experian about one of the charge-offs, and this one wasn't deleted. Okay. Should I send round two? Is it going to stay there? No, you can send round two. Okay, you don't have to worry. People get worried. Oh, well, they deleted some, and then that's how that's how it typically goes. That's how it went for me. Some got deleted, had to send another round. Some got deleted, did some goodwill letters, sent some dispute letters, got some stuff deleted, sent some collection validation letters, and it takes a little, boom, 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 few rounds, right? Get some stuff deleted. Now, if you're in this similar situation, right? Round two, what is it? It's a method, right? Their method. So they might come back and say, oh, well, it's quote unquote verified. Okay, well, who verified it? How was it verified? How's the document stored? Where's this data coming from? But so forth and so on, right? Right in that letter for you. Okay. I finally got to catch you live. Awesome. Good to see you as well. If I want your help, how do I go about that? All right, Patricia, you can sign up at theawesomelifegroup.com. We can do it for you. If you would like a do-it-yourself option, 609creditrepair.com. You also got the email support with us here, okay? What's your email? I'm going to put my email in here right now. Okay. Okay. This individual also is wondering about return receipts on the letters, return receipts. So you can send the letters certified mail, which has the little green sticker on there, and it's got the tracking number, and it's certified by the United States Postal Service to get to where it needs to be. You don't necessarily have to have a return receipt. You don't have to put the green card on the back that has them, sign saying they got it. Basically, what they're going to do is they're going to put a stamp on it and say that they got it or didn't get whatever that might be for them. But you don't have to have a return receipt. Okay. If you have it certified, that is enough. And getting notary can also help as well. It becomes a legal affidavit that must be responded to. Okay. Shaquina Williams had the same question about the return receipt. You're okay. As long as you send it certified, you're good. You got the tracking, you know it's sent. All good. If I have an old collection account on my credit report, how do I know what collection agency it is and how to contact them, right? If all it says is collection, nothing else. Okay, so you can dispute with the bureaus. You also can dispute with the bureaus incomplete. They're supposed to have all that information on there, right? So this incomplete, inconsistent reporting is also a problem, right? So you can dispute this information with the bureaus. Unverified item with the collection and the potential charge-off, if it's a charge-off, and you've got inaccurate information, dispute letters that you can utilize to leverage. Hey, you don't have the address on there. You don't have the full name. You don't have an account number for the collector. How are you able to keep all of this stuff on? Okay. Libra finally had a day off. All right. Good. Nice to see you here. All right. And thank you for everybody for being here. I appreciate it. All right. Okay, thank you so much. It's very helpful. Watch all the time. All the time. It's just so much. Thank you for making these videos. You're very welcome, Patricia Stone. Appreciate it. Oh, yes, Jasmine. Yes, you can dispute student loans as well. Yes. Negative, nasty, erroneous, unverified student loans. You can dispute those along with your collections, your charge-offs. Individuals here have gotten some student loans removed, deleted. I'm sure you've seen on this channel. We've got some videos on that as well. So you can jump on thesubscribetribe.com for the dates and times of when I go live. Get your questions answered here, and you can hit that subscribe tribe button, a bell for notifications, to get all the good content here. So you get those videos on how we do what we do in disputing student loans as well. Yes, you can do that. Painkiller Promo Inc. So glad I joined your service. Removed 30,000 of debt. Fantastic. 30K of debt deleted. Painkiller Promo Inc. Congratulations. Excellent. Also, happy Halloween, everybody. Wonder if people are maybe had a late night. Y'all doing all right? Just make sure y'all doing okay. Jerome is over there sleeping off his Halloween night. No, I'm just kidding. Jerome is up early, just like me. No days off. No days off. All right. So another individual writes in, talks about trade lines, okay? A lot of people interested in trade lines. If people say, even on Christmas, oh, no days off. No days off. 400 days a year, okay? Someone writing in about trade lines. People want to know about trade lines, authorized user, primary trade lines, and how it can help and impact their score. So this individual has almost all the negative items off, just one collection left, okay? They were able to get primary credit cards. Their credit scores are in the 700s. They have the New Coast Direct, like we've talked about here, is one of their primary trade lines. My Jewelers Club card. It's another trade line that they have, okay? They've got a Capital One, Kohl's card, and they're trying to apply for some bigger trade lines, some bigger limits, and some cashback stuff and all this stuff, right? So they're saying, hey, you know, I have very young credit history. Could I get a trade line that helps with my credit history to help? Yes, you potentially can. And I told this person, look, you could potentially get a trade line, friends or family that have trade line, a credit card they can put you on that has long history, or you could purchase one. But it may not just be your credit history, because we know credit history is a pretty small amount of that portion. What it might be is not only that one collection account, right? And disputing that and getting that out of there and get this negative, nasty, erroneous junk off of there. So keep working on that collection. But it can also be a situation where you just call a reconsideration line, right? So I don't know if you are all familiar, but there's a reconsideration line for these credit card companies, for these trade lines, for these companies that you might want to get a card with. And you can talk to them and you can say, well, what is it that you were looking for? And what is the issue? What's the problem? Oftentimes, I've been in a scenario when I was getting these cashback cards and travel miles cards where I would just call the reconsideration line. They'd look at it and they'd approve it. I didn't even have to tell them anything. It's almost as if the standard automatic system sometimes won't approve right away, right? So it'll be pending or decline or something like that. And you can call this reconsideration line. Every credit card company has it, and you'll be able to find out what's going on and then adjust from there. Maybe it is a little bit more credit history. Okay, great. And get a credit card, a trade line that has 5, 10, 15 years of credit history. You know, this individual only had 6 months of credit history. Average age was 6 months. And so the longest history was probably a little bit, you know, longer than 6 months, obviously, but average age was 6 months, wanted to boost that average age. So those are some little tips, tricks, secrets that could potentially help you, because this individual already has 700. They're getting these, last collection off. They've gotten all these negative collections off. Maybe a little credit history would go a long way for this individual, okay? 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. Please give the video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe tribe button, and let's see what else we got. Can someone, Dorian Wright, so can someone dispute online? All right. So you really don't want to dispute online, okay? You don't want to do it. We don't recommend it. Don't dispute online, right? Everybody, the tribe's probably like, what? You dispute online? Don't be disputing online. The reason why you don't want to dispute online is not only do they not give you the options like disputing unverified accounts to dispute under, section 609, 604, 1681, 611, being able to use all of your rights, under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, but they'll also put items in there now to trick people. So there'll be something that says, I've dismissed bankruptcy. And one of the options will be like, oh, I want to dispute because it's dismissed, they'll just say, oh, you can't dispute for that reason. So they want to pretend like, well, you can't dispute because it's dismissed. But no. We have a specific special letter that has the rights, the Fair Credit Reporting Act rights for the dismissed bankruptcy on there. But they're not going to put all that information in there for you. They're going to say, no, you can't do that. And you're going to have to try and figure that out. This is why we say dispute in the mail. This is why we say use the letter templates. Because if you dispute online, you're using their system, right? You're using their system, and they're trying to mess with you, okay? Telearm. All right. Is there max number of creditors we want to put on the each letter? Okay. Usually right around, typically most people don't have this many either, right? So you usually can dispute all of them, all your collections and charge-offs and all that stuff, right? Typically, you don't have to worry about it. But if it starts creeping over 22, 20, 22, 23 in there, it might be a bit much. You might want to break them up. But for the most part, usually can dispute everything, especially since hard inquiries go on a special hard inquiry letter. Okay. They after a certain point, about 20, 22, 23 in there, they might start to be like, well, this is too much. But typically, no. Typically, you could put 24, 25. You're usually okay because if you see negative, nasty, erroneous items on your credit reports, right, you're going to dispute them all. If you're a consumer and you're looking at negative, nasty, erroneous items on your credit report, you got a bunch of inaccurate stuff, you're going to want to dispute all that stuff right away. Okay. So typically you can usually put all of them. If it starts to be wild and crazy and it's a lot, you might want to break them up. But for the most part, usually pretty good to dispute all of them. And remember, hard inquiries go on the special hard inquiry letters. Okay. What is your advice to increase my credit score so that I can rent an apartment? My FICO score is 504. Need your expert advice. Okay. Libra sign, if you've got negative, nasty, erroneous items, okay, and you've got collections and charge-offs, that's a big, big reason why your credit score is so low, right? You want to dispute these negative, nasty, erroneous items now. You want to get them off of there, okay? Now, if you don't have any good history, if you don't have any good credit history sitting there, you want to build good credit history. You want to use something like Self.Inc. or My Jewelers Club card will give you a 5K trade line. I know we talk about this often, but it really has helped a lot of people, these trade lines. I'm going to put them here. My Jewelers Club card. Okay. And make sure it works for you. There might be fees. You might have to purchase something and all this stuff. So just make sure it works for you. But My Jewelers Club card gives a 5K in trade line, primary trade line. New Coast Direct gives 5K in primary trade line. So that could be 10K in primary trade line, you building your score. Now, why these store cards, Brandon? Why these? Well, if you're saying your credit score is in the 500s, they're more lenient with the lower credit scores, okay? And this can help you build credit. There's also Self.Inc., which has been very helpful for many people. Formerly Self-Lender allows you to do pretty much what's called a secure loan. You're paying yourself for almost like good credit. So you're paying into this account, this certificate of deposit, almost like a savings account. They report your payments every month. And then once you're done at the end of whatever the term of the loan is, a year or 2 years, whatever it is for you, you get that money back. Now, your credit unions typically can do that as well for you. Secure loans. They'll do this kind of stuff to help credit builder loans. Okay. These are the types of things you want to do as you're disputing these negative, nasty, erroneous items and getting out of there. 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. All right. You can come back from that, man. I was in the 500s. Okay. Now up in the 800s. You can do this. You can get to the other side. I had 15 negative accounts on 3 credit reports, 15 on Experian, 15 on TransUnion, 15 on Equifax. Disputed, got all these negative, nasty, erroneous items out of there. Started building good credit. Started getting to where I wanted to go. As far as the travel miles cards, I know a lot of you guys know that I did the travel miles cards, which cashback cards, business credit. Okay, this really can change your life. It starts now. Credit repair starts when? Type it in the live chat. Starts now. That's right. Okay. All right. James wants to know, hey, okay, what point should I add some trade lines, some My Jewelers Club or New Coast Direct? Well, it depends on where you are and what's going on with your credit repair process and your credit building process. So when you're looking at maybe very low in the 500s like Libra, and they're thinking, okay, well, I want to build and dispute at the same time, that will be maybe a little bit more advantageous for me. But if you're James, let's see, and we can look at your credit and get a little bit more in depth. All right. So I'm gonna put my email here as well. Everyone can email me. Everyone can email me. I'll put my email here as well, James. You might be in the high 500s, right? Or low 600s. And you might be like, okay, well, if I get a collection or two off here or a charge or two off here, I'm going to, boop, my score will be up and I can get an unsecured card. I don't have to do a store card or secured loan or secured card. I can get an unsecured card. So it just depends. Your timing might be a little bit different, right? So usually it's a matter of what timeline are you looking to get some of these trade lines for the most optimal score in your most optimal timeline, right? So if someone's starting at 500, they're like, okay, well, it might take a little bit longer if I don't get these trade lines right now. But if your score is starting a little bit higher, then you're like, oh, okay, well, I get these negative nasty running side off here. I don't have to play with this other stuff, the store cards and whatnot. And I'm going to go get me a regular unsecured trade line in my name, okay? So please, everyone, please feel free to email me. See, I start to talking and get to going and excited, and then I got to look back and I miss a couple questions, so I'll put my email address in here again, okay? I want to address all your questions. Christina Cerda, I want to personally thank you, Brandon. My score has jumped over 200 points in the last 9 months using your letters and setting up new accounts. Awesome. Fantastic. 200 points. All right. 200 points. 200 points. What could you do with 200 points? Think about it. Maybe you're sitting there 600 right now. 200 points would be 800, right? Maybe you're sitting there at 550, right? 200 points would be, that's right, 750. So that's fantastic. That's life-changing. Life-changing. Jimmy, Craig, all right? This has been a challenge as well during this pandemic, okay? This individual was at 715. They're just out of the 700s. They're at 695 now because the credit limit went down, okay? This I've seen happen to people during the pandemic. What you could do, okay, you can still utilize your credit, build, and all that good stuff, but you may want to look at one of your other existing credit cards and look for a credit line increase, okay? And make sure they don't do a hard inquiry. It's very possible. Look, maybe one of the banks out there, they're like, oh, well, they don't want to take the risk. I know, I've seen it, but the other banks didn't, okay? I know of one bank that was lowering scores during the pandemic, lowering credit limits during the pandemic, okay? They got scared, they're blah, 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 panic, but other banks didn't. So you could reach out and be like, okay, cool. You're thinking, okay, this one changed a little bit here, get this credit line increase over here, the same amount, boom, boom, boom. Be back at it, Jimmy. Be back at it. Good work, sir. Good work, okay? 715, good work. You can get back to it. Red Ferrari 11372. Oh, that's interesting. I miss it. I experience me playing games. Brandon, you are a blessing. You and your team. Okay, Red Ferrari 11372 says, Brandon, you are a blessing, brother. You and your team. My score was a 348. A 348. Now it's at 654. All done within 2 months. I still have a little more, but then I'll see you on the other side. Thanks, brother. That's fantastic. Red Ferrari 11372. Congratulations. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. 60 days. That's fantastic. To go from a credit score that's one of the lowest, that you could get, 348, up to the 654s where you can actually start doing something with that, right? 654, you can actually start looking and planning on potentially getting a home mortgage, building wealth for the family, getting a car note, that kind of stuff. 348 really can't do anything. 654, you can get, potential lines of credit in your name. Life-changing. 609creditrepair.com, or we can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com, all right? Just like Red Ferrari is saying. William Jefferson. got a charge off 2015, 2016 from a popular credit union. You may know about popular credit. Can you dispute it as potentially come off? Yes. You can dispute it, potentially come off, and please feel free to reach out. You're interested in us doing it? Yes. We'd love to work with you. All right. Malik Williams. What do you do if you have medical debt but you don't have credit? Okay. So perhaps you're dealing with a similar situation. Maybe you got a collection or two. Maybe it's medical, maybe it's not, but maybe you have a collection or two on there. And you never really had credit. Maybe you're starting out. You know, I've been there as well, right? But you want to eventually establish credit, right? But what can you do? Okay, so first and foremost, the medical. You can dispute with the 609 letters, boop, send them to the bureaus. Unverified, no contract for medical, okay? Unverified, no contract. You can do the same thing. You can send to the collectors. Now, you got collection on there, no credit, or medical collection on there, no credit, and you're disputing the collection, you're disputing with the bureaus. What do? You want to build some credit, right? Because even if you get this negative, nasty, erroneous item off there, which you're more than possible for you, absolutely could do that. You want to build credit, you're going to have to add some credit. Once you have nothing on there, there's nothing, right? So the things that we've talked about, right? The secure loans like self-lender credit builder loans. You can get your credit union to do self-building type loan, credit builder loan as well. My Jewelers Club card, New Coast Direct, these store cards, and just make sure they work for you and your budget, because sometimes they have to have a purchase or a fee or something like that. Maybe it's a starter credit card, like Open Sky credit card. And secure for this individual who has no credit, hasn't started out building yet. You want to start building credit because at some point you're going to utilize it in some way. And you're thinking, well, right? Look, apartment complexes look at it, right? And you're like, okay, well, maybe I'm co-signing. You don't want to have somebody co-sign, but let's say you want to start a business, right? You're like, okay, well, I'll do. A lot of times what happens is processors, okay? Process credit cards and merchant accounts and all this stuff. Process for business. Maybe you are building, business credit with no personal guarantee. Maybe you're getting business account. They don't really have to. You don't really have to have credit for that and this kind of stuff. But if you're going to process these payments and you can use credit cards, debit cards, that kind of stuff, oftentimes they will look into seeing where your credit scores are. Also, insurance companies. If you're a business, you're looking at stuff. They'll look at your credit. Same thing with personal, right? So you might be looking at insurance, you might be looking at renting an apartment, renting a car, those types of things. Even if you're not planning on buying a home and, getting a bunch of credit cards to travel the world like I did and do whatever it is that you're thinking that credit is required to do. There's a lot of other little things that happen day to day in your everyday life where credit is looked at, whether it's a soft inquiry or a hard inquiry. There often is times, even positions, security clearance, careers, they look at this kind of stuff now. So you want to be building credit. And if you have the bad credit right now and you need to dispute, 609creditrepair.com, we can do the work for you at the Awesome Life Group, okay? Let's see. Sorry, I'd get to going, and I got a lot more questions. I apologize. We've got a lot of great people here today. Thank you so much for being here on Halloween, on your Halloween holiday. I'm going to put my email address in here again because I would like to be able to answer all your questions, but sometimes on the live stream, I'll answer a question and then other ones come up and I miss them, okay? 3 years later and you're still the best. Sweet November. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's great to be of service and to be able to do this, get up on a weekend and have individuals come in and want to work on their credit on a weekend. I know, a lot of y'all working and trying to get to the other side and now working on your credit on the weekend. So it's great to be part of a great tribe like y'all. Thank you so much. Mike O. Show. Thank you very much for the super chat. All right. How do you remove old addresses? Names, old, obsolete, outdated information. How do you get this junk off of there, Brandon? Well, I'm going to pull this up right now. Now, we've got a very specific personal profile update letter that we send out at the awesomelifegroup.com. We also have letters for you, 609creditrepair.com, that are personal profile, removal of inaccurate names, addresses, Okay. It talks about, the amount of identity theft going on. It's very possible that someone could mistakenly identify you for somebody else with this incorrect information. Misspellings of names. You've got different names spelled with juniors or seniors or middle initials, third, second, fourth, stuff like that. Different addresses spelled differently. One saying, lane, road, different missing states. So sometimes it'll just have the city, no state. The address is missing numbers in it. You've seen it. You've seen your own credit reports. You see what happens, okay? We've got letters for you, and you show them the inaccuracies, and you get your ID squared away, or something with your address on it squared away, right? Utility bill, ID, something that proves this is what the address looks like and should look like, and your name should look like, right? And you send that in, and you dispute this negative, nasty, erroneous items, all right? You can do this, all right? Natty Boy Soldier Love, the ALG, Awesome Life Group, have already helped me remove some negative, nasty, erroneous items. Already got some negative items off of there, okay? Now we going after this BK, this bankruptcy. Absolutely. We've seen bankruptcies come off of people's reports. We do this daily. On the daily, we be working on this, all right? James is saying low 500s. You guys sent the first round of letters, all right? Yeah, so I'd say if you're looking to start building credit, James, you've got, low 500s. You want to start now. You could do that now. You absolutely could. If it works for you and your budget, you could do a New Coast Direct, a My Jewelers Club card. All right. Kanyata. Thank you very much for the super chat. Can I get help? All right. I don't have the time to do this. All right. I need help right away. So they don't have time to do it. They want us to do it. The Awesome Life Group. Yes, we put you here. We got you. Let me put this in here. Awesome Life Group, the awesomelifegroup.com. It's about getting an awesome life. It's about getting to the other side. I'm sorry. I got a bunch of questions here. All right. Try to get these in the order that they were received. Okay. Okay, can I buy a house if my credit score is 640, but I got a repo on there, okay, from a few years ago. Now, you can dispute that repossession. Get that repossession out of there. Don't let it hold you back. Dispute. Could be sitting in LexisNexis and CoreLogic and 3 bureaus. Dispute this stuff. Now, could you potentially still get a home? Yes, you potentially still get a home. 640, 650. Oh, you can do FHA loans, right? 620 to 640 FHA home loans. Okay. I know people who are potentially still getting those good interest rates because interest rates are so low right now. So it's possible, but just take a look, talk to your lender. I know there's other people on here who have been able to do that and get homes. Perhaps they'll share their stories with you as well in the live chat, let you know what they were able to do with their home. Okay. Wow, sweet November. Because of you, Brandon, my friend and her husband bought a house 3 months ago. Fantastic. That's what I'm talking about. Robin says I sent the dispute letters for unverified letters to 3 bureaus. Also wanted the official credit reports. Only received credit reports from Equifax and Experian. Didn't receive anything from TransUnion. Okay. So you can send your non-response letters to TransUnion, but what I think you want is your credit reports, right? So annualcreditreport.com right now is doing free weekly reports during the global pandemic, all right, until April 2021. And hopefully by then, all of this will be done. Okay. I'm going to put this in here, annualcreditreport.com. You can take a look and get your credit reports. Okay. They're supposed to be able to send you a credit report. Okay. especially when you're sending the disputes. They're supposed to send you your reports showing what was deleted and giving you a full report. Okay. Mr. Bradley, 808. Okay, I had a bankruptcy removed from Equifax. Congratulations, fantastic. We were just talking about that. Yes, people be getting bankruptcy off. All right. But the other two yet have not taken it off. Okay. So show them the bankruptcy was removed. Okay. Make sure you dispute this bankruptcy out of LexisNexis. Get it out of LexisNexis. Show that it's removed there. You can also send a letter to the bankruptcy court asking if they give full socials and all this information to the bureaus and third parties. You usually get a letter back from them saying, oh, well, we don't do that. And we don't directly communicate with the bureaus. So now I have this letter that says you don't communicate directly with the bureaus. The original furnisher of the information, the credit, the bankruptcy court doesn't talk to the credit bureaus, right? So you have that letter. You have the letter and the deletion of the bankruptcy from Equifax, and you've got LexisNexis deletion. So you take those three, you send your next round to the bureaus and you show them, and then you file complaints with CFPB and you say, hey, this isn't verifiable. This is not verified, right? Also, Mr. Bradley, make sure that it's only one good address. If you've moved since your bankruptcy, that's paramount as well. It can help you disassociate from the bankruptcy. One good name, clean up that personal profile. You got a lot of options for you. 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for the Awesome Life Group, okay? Miss K, just want to say thank you for the free tips and hopefully encourage someone else. Excellent. Fantastic. I love it. I love when we encourage one another. All right. Let's see. Oh, Miss K says, Brandon, you and your team are a blessing. My scores increased. I have Navy Federal credit line increase. Was able to get my new Audi SUV with no money down. Okay. No money down. Miss K, balling out. Audi SUV. That's fantastic. But that's the thing. You want to get the dream car, the dream house, the dream whatever it is that you're looking for, you want to do it right. You want to make sure you have the right credit so you can get what you want to get, so you can have the things that you work so hard for and make sure that you got that good, reasonable interest rate. Because having a 2, 3, 4% interest rate is a lot better than having 10, 15%, right? And making a big difference. This individual has got the, I would assume, the dream Audi, dream car, the Navy Federal line of credit, got the availability for themselves. It's fantastic. Loving Lazarus, you can send your next round to dispute. I'm also going to put my email here again. Don't leave these bureaus. They like to play games and want to push back. You got to remember, their customers are the banks. Their customers are the credit card people. We're considered the consumer, right? So they're playing this game, trying to keep their customers happy, trying to, play this. No. They've got to be able to provide you the proper 100% verification on the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You have rights, okay? People are getting to the other side. Let's see. Hello, Brandon. Froze up the smaller bureaus, LexisNexis, Sage, Trim, Innovis. Great. Disputing with the bureaus. If you have a public record with LexisNexis, you could dispute directly with LexisNexis if you had that, okay? Skillet 30. All right. Experian has the wrong birthday on my credit file. Could this help with deleting all the stuff on Experian? Stuff that's associated with that inaccurate birthday? It potentially could. That's right. This is why you want to update to the proper birthday, right? And dispute and get this stuff out of there. Okay. Do evictions report to other agencies besides main 3 bureaus? Yes, sometimes it's in LexisNexis or CoreLogic. We have a good video here of a lady who was able to dispute with LexisNexis and CoreLogic and get those negative, nasty, erroneous items out of there. Keisha Turner, okay. This is interesting with the Credit Karma. It's not very accurate, okay. I understand, everybody's budget is a little different, so maybe you're utilizing, a freer service, right? But annualcreditreport.com, if you can get your reports here online every week, you might as well do that. Now, sometimes, here's the thing, annual credit report, that's what I say, if sometimes annual credit report can be challenging where perhaps you get the answers wrong on the security questions, and they'll say, oh, well, we need to verify, you need to send stuff in, this and that, we can't give it to you online. But typically, most people can get them online through annual credit report. Now, if for some reason you can't, you can always mail in your information to annual credit report, and they will mail you your stuff. So you can get them. You don't have to use Credit Karma, and you can get the 3 reports for free, and that's very accurate. Now, if you have the ability to, it works for your budget, My FICO has your real FICO scores. It's got your credit reports. It's going to be very accurate. You're going to be able to see all 3 credit bureaus, okay? This accuracy, this information that you're investing in can be very, very impactful and economical for you. So perhaps you're paying a little bit more, getting the MyFICO, that kind of stuff, but you're able to repair your credit, maybe see everything so it's a little bit quicker, a little bit faster, a little bit more. Repair your credit, get to the other side, and now you have much lower interest rates on car, on mortgage, saving you thousands of dollars, potentially tens of thousands. Maybe you get all the cashback cards and the free travel cards and the business credit cards, right? So this can be massive for you. It's a huge swing, okay? Wow. Matthew, 8 deletions. Congratulations. Thanks for the super chat. Sent the 3rd round to Experian and TransUnion showing my 8 deletions, okay? So I got, went through 2 rounds, got 8 deletions already. Some in the 3rd round. Okay, if they don't comply, what do you suggest? Hey, okay, so you're showing them the 8 deletions. You send in this round of letters. You can file your complaints with the CFPB, AG, Attorney Generals in your state, FTC, all right, Better Business Bureau, all this stuff, right? You got 8 deletions in 60 days. That's fantastic, phenomenal, outstanding, right? Now you're going in this next round. They need to take this negative, nasty, erroneous items off of there. You can get to the other side. If you're watching this now, you can get these negative, nasty, erroneous items off there. You can get your credit score up. 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for you at the Awesome Life Group, okay? Miss Ty, all right. Should I pay collectors? Miss Ty, should I pay collectors? All right. Why don't we pose this to the tribe? Should I pay my collectors? Huh? I was up early going through all the emails. So Donnie, not me. All right. All right. People saying, no, dispute it, dispute it. No, but don't be paying them collectors. You can dispute it. All right. DLU 1000. I'll catch the playback. Got to make a run. Sounds good. Thank you. If you're watching right now, please feel free. Give the video a thumbs up if you're watching the playback or if you're watching this live. Thumbs up really helps me keep doing what I'm doing. You can hit the subscribe button, hit that subscribe tribe button, and that bell for notifications. Get the notifications when I go live. Get these notifications, these videos come out, talking about how to get these negative, nasty, erroneous items off this stuff they don't want you to know. Okay? Blessings and thanks for your support. I'm getting good results. Excellent. Fantastic. Fantastic. James W. Wow. James W. I've been with self-doubting, formerly self-lender, for just 2 months. My score's already increased 32 points. Okay. So what you can do, you can send these negative, nasty, erroneous items packing. You can dispute with the bureaus. You can dispute with the collectors. You can add good positive history like New Coast Direct, Self-Inc., My Jewelers Club card, these types of things. You can get your credit reports at annualcreditreport.com. You can do all of this. 609creditrepair.com. If you want us to do it for you, theawesomelifegroup.com. Help you get to the other side, all right? This has been fantastic. I want you all to enjoy your holiday weekend. I know it's been, challenging times, but I'm here for you. I'm here to help you get to the other side, okay? All right. So this individual wants to know if they can send their dispute letters, okay, if the ID isn't 100% current. So the ID can't be expired, okay? So if that's what you're referring to, can I send the disputes? My ID is not current address, okay? So you really want to have your address updated to the right address and have your ID updated to the right address and all that good stuff, okay? It can help you disassociate from the old negative, nasty, erroneous items. That is a huge step. It's a big step, okay? It's a big step, but not necessarily. You could not, you don't necessarily have to do it. You could send it with your ID, not current address, okay? But to maximize, right? To maximize, you want to have that old obsolete address out of there, updated properly, the old names out there. One good name, one good address, right? It can be very helpful, okay? But could you still dispute without the ID 100% perfect for the address? You could, and you could still get results. Yes, absolutely. Also, if you have other forms of ID, military ID, passport, something like that, you can utilize that, okay? Hey, Brandon, good content as usual. Can you list the other credit companies other than the big three so we can freeze them? Yes, sure. LexisNexis. Thanks for being here for us, Brandon. You're very welcome. It's great to be here as well. Thump 377. Let's see. Excellent. LexisNexis. Logic. Let's see. Let's see. We could do SageStream. Do breathe up ARS, right? MIB for medical. Also, if you're dealing with some utilities company stuff, NCTUE, all right? You can dispute directly with NCTUE as well. They are a National Consumer Telecom and Utilities Exchange, okay? Castillo, appreciate you for having you here. I appreciate you. You guys removed old collections, old hard inquiries, and all I have standing now is my good current stuff, good current credit cards. The whole process is extremely professional and fast. Thank you again. Thank you, Art. That's fantastic. We appreciate you. Okay. 609creditrepair.com, or like Art, we can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. I'm going to put my email address in here again. All right. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you so much. Please give the video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe, try button, and that bell for notifications. Please enjoy your holiday weekend. And until I see you in person, I will see you on the other side. Take care.